G'day, FanCasters, and welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. Yes, actually, it's not in another
Just
episode.
the Tip.
It is only the first and only of its kind. Just the tip. Because there's a video with only one tip in it, and it's not mine.
It's
All
like
right,
that.
so
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
Have you seen that Monsters Inc. meme where the Monsters University is going, wow,
Yes.
I didn't know you were in there. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Yeah,
Exactly, just the
fantastic.
Hey, Callan, Robbo, how you doing?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. Did you have fun in the main show?
I did. No, it was good fun. I always enjoy getting on to, just talking shit in general. It's what I do 24/7. So people typically get sick of it back home. So
We had
it's
about
been
an
good.
hour of talking shit, so there you go.
yeah,
If you feel like listening to talking shit, we have a proper shit talking chat. Steve, how you doing?
Doing great, mate. Doing great as always.
How you feeling about this tip?
It's a big game.
It's a very big game.
Yeah.
The biggest of games, one might say.
Yeah.
Nah, not a lot riding on it.
Nah.
No.
There's always next week.
Yeah, exactly. Always next year.
Always
Don't worry
next
about
year.
it. No.
There's always Vegas next week.
Always.
Vegas.
What about Beck asking Jamie Elliott about that?
Mate.
Oh yeah, gee.
That's an interesting decision.
I don't think she meant it, but it was just
I was watching that. I was like, fucking leave him alone.
100%
Leave him
alone.
alone. What's going to happen in Las Vegas? Oh, come on. Like,
Yeah.
He should have won Mark of the Year, just saying. That
Mate.
mark on Harry Mackay, Ben Mackay, which Mackay? I forget which Mackay it is.
one of the Mackays.
One of the
shoulda won.
Mackays. The should have won, potentially. Yeah, I agree with you. That had to be a Mark of the Year.
I'll back you in on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree.
back you in. Bobby
Yeah.
Hill was pretty stoked getting his $2 million
was gonna
version
say,
freaking 5 points
Oh, mate. He's
and $50,000.
that just on the side. Yeah. I know. Everyone's falling off their chairs.
Well, no, that was Bobby Hill coming back down from orbit, wasn't it? Jesus.
No,
He was hanging up there for a bit.
No, that was probably one of the Virgin Australia parts flying out of the sky.
He's just lost $1 million freaking 5 points, hasn't he?
Correct.
Shit.
Correct. Well, we don't want anyone to lose by 1,000,000 points in this game.
Let's
We
hope
want
not.
an absolute cracker. It is, of course, as you all know, the Sydney Swans, South Melbourne versus Brisbane Lions. It's Roy. You can't forget the Victorian heritage of these
For the
teams.
2024 Toyota AFL Grand Final.
Not
Shout
the
out Katy
Rhino Court,
Perry.
not the Rhino Court 2024 Grand Final, is it? If you want to know what we're talking about, watch the Bait Show. It is nothing short of ridiculous. All right, guys. All right. So we've got the Swans and the Lions. It's, number one, who's been number one almost all year. Brisbane's had a bit of a fluctuating season. They looked down and out. They looked like top four, and then they sort of dropped again, and
Yep.
now they're up again.
Yep.
It's like, what do we make of this?
Look, my prediction, if you're going with me first, is
Nah, Steve, what do you have to say? I'm not joking. Go for it.
A guess like that? No.
They lost. No, I'm just joking. We lost a long time ago. No,
He came from Perth to jump on this podcast.
only reason I'm here, to be honest.
just for us.
Just to be in
Just
this
for the
St Kilda
tip.
club room. That's
Yes,
it. Just
absolutely.
the tip. Just the tip.
I love you. All right, go for it. Go for it.
Look, if we reflect on how the season's been,
Yes.
right? We obviously know that this is, I don't know about your guys' thoughts and opinions, but it's been obviously up, in my opinion, it's been up and down immensely comparative to other years, right?
Yes.
It's been ridiculously close. There was one point there where you could be 13th and you could win a game and you could be in the top four.
Correct.
Right? I think, So for me, I reckon Brisbane are going to get the job done.
Oh, let's go.
Now, the reason why I think
It's because they beat Geelong.
Well, no, but you'd think that I'd be going for Sydney, right? But the reason why I think Brisbane are going to get the job done is, one, because they've shown a little bit more resilience this year, in my personal opinion.
Yep,
they
I
had to
agree.
cop a lot of shit in that first 5 to 6 weeks of, they've underperformed here. They've come from 44 points down they've come from the clouds
That was ridiculous.
to beat Brisbane. But then not only have they done that, they've gone and
Giants.
backed it up. And then they've gone and absolutely, they've gone and beaten the Cats. But in a game that, you'd think if you're finishing fifth and not having the week off, you'd struggle with.
Yeah.
And they didn't. Now, they exceeded my expectations, and I reckon they're primed for it, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I reckon they're primed for it is because last year they didn't have Ashcroft,
No.
right? They didn't have Ashcroft.
No.
Dunkley is, you forget how good Dunkley is.
Yeah,
You forget how good, sometimes you forget how good Neil is. You
Yeah.
forget how good McCluggage is, right? I just reckon that they've done it at the right
You
time.
forget about Rayner,
Exactly right. You're forgetting about Rainey. You're forgetting about Zach Bailey. You're forgetting about
Kalachi.
exactly. So
Where's it come from? The big sneeze, the big
And-
achoo.
well, I also reckon like you look at Sydney's forward line, right? It's not like the likes of a Callan,
No,
right? It's not like the likes of Geelong when they had Hawkins, right?
no.
Amadi gets the job done. So does McDonald. McDonald's got an injury cloud over him. McLean's not that great. Hayward, look, they're good, but I just reckon that Brisbane's defence has been.
Can hold up.
Ryan Lester had a game on Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Starts a bit. Payne's carrying an injury, but they played phenomenally, right?
Payne's playing and Payne.
As a team, I'm backing the Lions in by 8. That's my prediction.
That will be a ripper. 8 points, that would be a ripper.
That's
Unreal.
my prediction. Yeah,
And Fagan would have a heart attack
he might die actually.
before the game's over. And then one of the assistant
Shit.
coaches just takes over the
Michael Voss would just rock up in the coaching box.
Voss would be like, Coach Cole would be like, this is exactly what I'm here for. 4-time premiership coach will be 5-time Coach Cole. No, I'm actually with you. I actually think that the resilience that the Lions have shown this year, you can't fake resilience. You either have it in you or you don't. You either have that dog in you or you don't.
I think you've also got to remember from last year as well. Like I know Sydney, got pantsed by my boys in 22, but when you get that close, and it was only last year, I just think that they're going to have that feeling sitting with them more recently than the Swans. And don't get me wrong, I do believe the Swans, overall have been the best side all year, but I just reckon Brisbane are going to get them done on the day.
And no team in history has won by over 100 points and gone on to be the premiers.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
the Swans are against history here if they were to get up.
So were they were against history against power, and same with Brizzy against the Cats. But yeah, no, I'm still backing in Brizzy by 8.
I think though this is a better. I keep thinking back when I think of the Swans in the grand final. I keep thinking back to your grand final, and literally no one showed up for the Swans that day,
Besides
except
Warner.
for Warner.
Yeah.
Like Warner was, Jimmy Neutron was the sole person trying over there.
Yeah.
There was no one else out there who was even putting a hand up. But this is different though. They had an easier run in this final series. They didn't have to hold on by a point
Against Collingwood
in a prelim.
But I feel like that'll also mean they're more refreshed.
Correct.
Yeah.
It means that they're going to come in there, less mileage. They've played at home both games. They've won pretty comfortably. And they're going to walk into this grand final with a full list. No, with an abundance, really. They won't fit Mills. They won't fit Adams. They won't fit a bunch of players that probably could get a gig because they're just so stacked at the moment. As much as I want Brisbane to win for Fagan, not for Judas Danaher, I just think I just think that the more refreshed Sydney Swans will be able to just capitalise on the space of the ground at the MCG and be able to use their beautiful kicks to just pinpoint their way, make Brisbane defend for longer periods of time, get them tired, and win the game. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with the Swans.
How much by?
I'm going to go the Swans by about 20 points.
20?
What was your
You said the
margin?
Lions by
Mine was 8.
8.
8.
Well, the other question I'll probably bring up,
The norm.
is the norm. Who's
Oh,
winning the norm?
yeah. We got to do a Norm Smith prediction.
Yeah.
So if you've got Brisbane winning by 8, it would most likely be a Brisbane Lion player who gets the norm.
Who's getting the Norm Smith?
I think the obvious one would be everyone's going to go for Neil, right? I'm going for a bit of a smoky here.
We love a smoky here. There's usually some cold heroes that are created.
Well, you look at Bobby Hill
for
last
grand final
year.
day.
I reckon, I believe Ashcroft is going to have his best game of his career.
I'll rate him. Will Ashcroft's a gun.
I reckon
Will
Ashcroft's going to have his best game of his career. He's primed for it, right? Like,
He hasn't had a very long career, so I wouldn't be surprised if it is his best game.
yeah.
Who's your Norm Smith?
Well, if the Swans are winning it, it's probably going to be Heaney.
You'd think so off his history,
If the
right?
Swans are winning by 20,
My
you'd
mate
expect
said Will
Heaney to
Hayward.
have it. Mate, if
He's
Will
going to have to
Hayward-
kick 6.
If Will Hayward wins the Norm Smith,
You'll
I'm
take your pants
st-
off and
I'm
run around St Kilda,
I'm
right?
stuffing this shoe in my mouth.
Size foot are you?
13.
Big shoe.
You know what they say?
Big gloves, mate. Just the tip,
I'm
remember?
not,
Just the
I'm
tip.
not walking around exposed in the Botanic Gardens, mate.
Just the tip.
I'd be spotted straight away.
Ah!
Ah, it's an anaconda. All right, Steve, your turn.
All right. So a couple of things I wanted to say before I get to my tip. I
Put
believe
rhinos in the trap.
I believe
Rhino lives
that
matters.
I said before the season started, I thought I tipped Sydney for the minor premiers, and I tipped Sydney
No one
for
likes
the
to
flag.
brag. No one likes to brag.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Bragging.
built different. That was so cringe. I'm sorry. What was the other thing I was going?
Yeah, everyone needs Rhino calls.
Another thing I brought up. I said every 6 years since 2006, it's been an interstate premier.
Mm-hmm.
2006 was West Coast.
05, I think, was Sydney. I might have those wrong.
But since 06,
Yep.
West Coast, Sydney, West Coast.
Well, you're guaranteed to have an interstate one now.
Yeah. That's the point I'm getting
Did
to.
Sydney win one in the when Hawthorn were they did. They beat Hawthorn 91 to 81.
Yeah,
By 10. Yeah.
2012.
2012. Yeah.
Then West
they've got
Coast
one there.
2018 against Collingwood.
Yep.
And 2024, we're going to get an interstate premier once again. And
Which would be
I'm going
good.
to say Sydney by 21.
Basically what I said.
What do we?
Yeah, no, you said 20.
Yeah, basically
What-
what I said.
no,
I didn't say
no.
exactly like what I said. Basically.
No.
2021.
What's on the
Mate,
line
mate.
here?
I
when
know.
Mate, when I tell you I had the margin of 21 points in my head, I promise you, I'll show you ESPN betting. Sorry, not betting. Tipping. Yeah, it says Sydney by 21 points. So,
Mate, if you get up, I'll personally fly back over to from Western Australia and shake your hand.
yep. Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
You could
We can
just
meet halfway.
You could just shake his hand now. And
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that was like
Great
a wet
stuff.
fish there for a bit, wasn't it?
I'm looking at the hand. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look promising there.
I don't want any rhino anymore. I know what it does to you.
I'm all
And
right.
my,
No, now
and my
you
Norm
need
Smith
Rhino.
medal, Robbie Fox. No,
Not
Robbie
even a
Fox.
sub, mate. Imagine a
He'll
sub
be
winning
the
a Norm.
emergency. No, it'll be the
Fucking hell.
I was going to go Heaney, but Joe took that.
I mean, it's the most obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll go.
Go left field. Go
I'll
to
go
Marty.
left field. You reckon?
Go to Marty Party.
All right. My actual tip is Tom Papley,
Oh, not the Pap smear.
but my smoky pick is Luke Parker.
Parks.
So that he can stay in Sydney and not go to North Melbourne.
Yeah. Yes,
Parks.
exactly.
He's trying to show them this is how much the Bloods culture means to me.
Well, Parker.
Yes,
He's a good footballer, eh?
he's a very good footballer.
Another thing I wanted to bring up during the tipping grand final video is
Yes.
what do you guys think? Because there's been a little bit of debate about the jumper clash or jumper clash.
Yep.
Do you reckon there's an actual jumper clash between Sydney's home jumper and Brisbane's home jumper? I say definitely not.
I think both are wearing a home jersey.
Well, I reckon it.
Both will wear home because
They are.
it's Sydney's home
They
game,
are,
and
yep.
the opposition usually wear their home top.
Well, they're wearing their home shorts as well.
Yeah,
The maroon.
Brisbane will.
Well,
Yeah.
my answer to that will be, I remember I was at the G or, the other day watching the Cats, and there was a sign that popped up and said, "Welcome to Sydney." Oh, this was the airport. "Welcome to Sydney," and it was by Specsavers. So my comment would be,
Sure,
if you can't differentiate between burgundy,
and
red and white,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but you probably got to go and get your eyes checked, I reckon.
Should have gone Specs.
Or maybe you need to go to, the old aged care home with Todd Goldstein,
where he plays lawn bowls
with Brad Scott, and then old mates in the playground playing tag. Yep.
Again, if you don't know what we're talking about, watch the main pod. There's a fair bit of chaos in there as usual, but we love it, and it was good fun. And so that means two of us are on the Swans. I hope you're right, though. I do want Brisbane to win in my heart.
I guess last thing, who do we all want to win?
Well, I've just said I want Brisbane to win. Yeah.
Who do you want to win?
Hard for me, hey. Brisbane. I personally don't like the Swans.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
the
they
same.
talk too much. They talk too much. There's too much lip. There's too
I
much.
personally don't like the Swans. I don't know what it is. I think it was, even though we pumped them in 22.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
There's
It's
a,
the cockiness.
there's a lot of love-hate relationship with me with Sydney. There's
Yeah.
some years where I just really like them. But there's other years where, just not a fan of them. And I just reckon it'd be funny for Sydney to lose another grand final.
Them
Personally.
and their academy picks have just been
I love Fagan.
so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been so good.
They've been so good.
Was Goulden an academy pick? He was, wasn't he? Yes, he was. They put a
Warner
picture up in him. No, like I said, he was West Australian boy in East Freo. So
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron.
He looks like Jimmy Neutron. Am I the only one who thinks Chad Warner looks like Jimmy Neutron?
Yep.
Yeah, he does. No, he does
what?
actually.
The way the
I reckon Tom Green looks like Paddy Dangerfield.
It does look a little.
Paddy Dangerfield looks like the face of an orangutan. If you put his face, put it in the middle of an orangutan, it would look exactly. Don't know why I thought of that.
Well, someone brought up the other day that all
it.
the Geelong players look like a type of cat.
All of the Geelong players look like each other.
Ollie Henry looks
Long
like
hair,
the Mad
headband,
Hatter or the Chatsman from fucking Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Also, all you guys look the same from Geelong. The blue eyes as well. I feel like the team with the most amount of blue eyes in one list.
Well, I'll tell you something for nothing, right? I was on the plane the other day, and one of the fellas in my the video that I put on Callan Robbo was his son's on the plane coming from WA thought I was Gary Rowan. Looked nothing like him.
Yeah, that's stiff.
We can make you just put up zigzag of staples in your head.
Gary Rowan. Gary Rowan.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've just been delisted apparently. So
Well, I reckon he got the side profile of Will Day.
of Will Day.
Yeah.
The side profile.
Side profile.
Well, yeah, okay,
He
well,
does, you know.
Let's
He
give Will
does.
Day a shout out, get him out here, and we'll compare the pair. Who's also the better footballer, eh?
Yeah.
Tough one, that one.
Look, I'm sorry we made this really about you, but I get a feeling you like that a little bit.
What's that?
Make things being about you.
We just like
I might-
shit talk, mate.
I like talking shit. I wouldn't necessarily say I like it to be about me, but
No, we loved having you on, mate. Thanks so much for
Cheers
joining
for
us.
coming
all good. No worries at all. It's good fun.
Where can our viewers find you?
Callan Robbo on Instagram.
Callan Robbo on Instagram, Steveo, SDS Fancast. Yes? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. See?
Absolutely.
I know what you're at. I know what you're about. So thanks guys for watching. The Lions. I'm sorry for all the Sydney Swans supporters out there. As you can see, I have tipped you with my head, so don't hate me too much. We look forward to seeing you Friday, grand final eve here at the St Kilda Sports Club. We've got an incredible grand final eve show with ridiculously good guests. Like, I'm sort of not sure how we put this together, but we have. We've got the future
Kuda,
Lord Mayor.
Simon Black.
Exactly. Yeah. Who else, mate?
Simon Black. So any Brisbane fans travelling down to Melbourne this weekend, make sure you
100%.
jump on.
100%.
Brody Dutchy Holland.
Yes.
Joe Mercedes.
Yes.
And we've got all your favourite podcasters that have been on the bench throughout the season as
You
well.
tell 'em.
You'd be if you were a Fitzroy supporter or a Brizzy supporter, you'd be stupid not to come, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you got to
Look, I
come.
wouldn't go so far as to say they're stupid.
Well, not stupid, but
The eye roll.
you've got Simon Black's there.
But
It's
Simon Black, just bring your freaking jersey along on your
Fucking come
beanie,
down.
your scarf, your jocks. I don't care what you bring. Just bring something.
Free
Let them sign
food.
it. Free
beers brought
Thanks.
to you by Tradie Beer.
Tradie beers, mate. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't drink beer, but it's okay. We got food
and water.
Free food.
and water.
Do we have any Rhino nasal spray?
That will have to. Steve-O's in charge.
Steve-O, what do you
I'm
reckon?
going to make sure Dave gets in contact with them, our producer. So we'll make that happen.
Could you imagine if
the
if
official
we got this out
nasal
there?
spray,
Nasal
of,
spray.
of the podcast?
Rhino nasal spray? Could you imagine?
I don't think Rhino Cord would have possibly thought that
That'd be on a footy podcast.
they'd be on a footy podcast because one of the panel members has decided to use them as inspiration to nickname a Brisbane Lions ruckman.
The big
Can I tell you one of my favourite ones ever before we go? Brendan Whitecross from Hawthorn, the former.
Of course.
Yeah. I call him the bun.
The bun.
The Brendan Whitecross bun.
Don't tell me. It's because of the hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Oh, and on that note, guys, we hope to see you. Subscribe.
And
like,
it is
share,
time to go.
notification bell. And it's time to go before this guy comes up with any more ridiculous nicknames. We'll see you all at the grand final show.
See you there.